And have you know the odds are 6,200 million to 1? Never tell me the odds. Punch it, Chewie. Hello, hello, hello. So last Friday I saw Solo, a Star Wars story, which is the brand new Star Wars film. It's very, very cool. So now, what I would say, as a quickie spoiler-free review, what I would say, I loved it. It was really, really good. It was a fun film. None of the characters were really that weak. The story wasn't completely amazing in my opinion, but it was all right. It did the job. It also didn't add a whole lot to the overall Star Wars arc, apart from that one scene, which people who know. They know what I'm on about. To more spoilers. With the actual plot itself, the plot starts out with Han Solo and Kira, played by Emilia Clarke. They are on the streets of Corellia. Now, Corellia in Star Wars fiction is a massive sort of factory planet. It's where the Empire builds most of its star destroyers, which are the big triangle looking things. They're there on sort of like the slum streets where, you know, it's dog eat dog world, and they're looking for this fuel based material called coaxium. Now coaxium is fuel, apparently it blows up. Han gets enough to allow them off of Corellia. Han Solo manages to escape after a bit of trouble, but Kira doesn't. Kira stays on Corellia. So Han Solo then is planned to go off, make some money, come back and rescue Kira. Han does this by joining up with the Imperial Army. They end up on this big planet. There's a big war where he meets Beckett. Beckett's plan is to steal more coaxium, and Han Solo, through guile, wit and joy, eventually gets a chance to join him on this heist. The heist goes poorly, and so then they have to work for this big time gangster called Quinlan Voss, I think. Yeah, with big scars on his face. And so yeah, and then from there the story progresses. We'll start with the characters. Ansel Elgort as Han. At first, I didn't really warm up to him. At the start, he wasn't really the Han Solo which I knew and remembered in my head from watching the movies for the first time. But he slowly began to grow on me as the movie went on, and especially with his interactions with the other characters and everybody else that he spoke to. He became more and more like Han, especially when he met up with Chewbacca, and then with when he got his pistol, he met up with Lando for the first time, and so all that slowly, like, the character slowly started to feed into becoming the actual character. With Lando played by Donald Glover. Donald Glover was amazing in this film. He really sort of played it as Lando, as sort of this scumbag, cheating kind of guy, and is a guy that I would I'd like to be friends with in real life, but definitely not play poker against him. Something with Lando, something which they brought out for this film, especially with the other characters. So there is a robot character called, I think it's IL-3, and IL-3 is a robot character which apparently Lando has feelings for, and this came out as controversy where it said that Lando was pansexual, which was something that many of the established fans were like, what? I mean, personally, it didn't come up too much in the film. It didn't really ruin the film experience, and it didn't feel shoehorned in any way. It could almost feel like that the character was, that the character was like a side thought, or like maybe the robot got it wrong and Lando didn't really have these feelings for her. But she says as a line to Kira, because he notices that Han Solo, his heart rate jumps when Kira, who's the love interest, is nearby. And so, L3, who's the robot, says, oh, Lando does the same thing for me. So I'm wondering if that's actual feelings as such, or whether Lando's just trying to, he's just really happy with this robot that's basically got the best computer in the world. Another fantastic character was Beckett, played by Woody Harrelson, who was just so cool in this film. He was everything that you could see Han Solo was going to become. This sort of smuggler, gangster type who always had a plan. He was such a good character. I wish I was Woody Harrelson. I really do. As I said at the start, the story didn't start out amazingly for me, especially with the first heist and how Beckett was so against it, and how just somebody, well, Beckett's wife, who seemed to be a really important character, didn't survive all that long. She seemed to get absolutely battered within the first sort of 15 minutes. I thought that she would be a far bigger character, and it's kind of a shame that she wasn't. Alright, so now let's speak about that scene. So the scene where Darth Maul shows up as the head of the Crimson Sun. Which was such a out of the blue moment for me. It was awesome. What I would say is that with the appearance of Darth Maul, this is his first time being back onto the big screen since the Phantom Menace. Especially for those of you who have watched the Clone Wars and Rebels, you will know the impact that Maul's story has going on in those TV shows. And I think what that will lead up to will eventually be the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie, especially with the impact that Darth Maul had on Obi-Wan Kenobi's storyline as a whole, and how it basically is in the Clone Wars Rebels is Obi-Wan's storyline. Cool guys, yeah, that's my quickie rambly thoughts. Hope that you liked it, or if not, don't worry about it. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and more off my face. Oh, that's gone bright. Hello. Bye.